So, but Katie reminds us when she says John Orchiola that we still have three
Oh,
more of these to do.
Oh,
This is a part of an article.
we
yeah, I
took
suppose we
a
do, huh?
woo.
This
We
is
got
Time.
through
true.
one
Little time
paragraph
back.
of one article, and then we were just
Oh
like, let's talk about
man.
Star Trek. Just blather on about it because that's what we do. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we
Hey,
are.
it's chill.
Yeah.
Number two,
Ah,
Netflix needs to renew Star Trek
Hmm.
Prodigy. Star Trek Prodigy's
correct.
future has yet to be confirmed. So this kind
Don't
That's
of,
do
right.
that.
We've not heard anything yet, and so that does not mean no, it just means not yet.
Not
right.
yet.
There's
Mm.
been nothing, not even a writer on Twitter or anything saying like, no, sorry guys, we've had conversations, but it doesn't look like it's going. Because sometimes you have to hear it just from
Right.
social media somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or
Mm.
somebody says something, but there's been not a word, which means there probably is no answer yet. Or
Hmm.
maybe,
Exactly.
I mean, it could be anything. Or maybe there is an answer, but they have to keep it secret
They got
Hmm.
5 seasons. They're just
Mhm.
working on them.
it's
Oh
entirely
God, I hope so.
possible.
Right?
It's entirely possible that something got picked up with Prodigy, whether it's Netflix or Paramount or something,
Mm.
or they're in
You never
talks and they're
know.
just, and that's why they're so quiet about it because they can't talk about it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no announcement
Or
yet.
like,
Even with modern day with streaming and everything, they can say, hey, we have some new animated stuff coming down immediately, but let's put you on hold and we'll see where we stand in a few years. If animation's still hot, bring you in.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different possibilities.
Hmm.
mhm.
Now, I hope they don't wait
Mm.
too long because then what if they miss the window where animation isn't hot in a few years and they
Yeah.
decide, nah. All of a sudden, the children that were watching the show have their own children, and now you have a problem.
Unless those children are like, wait, no, the adults are like, hey, oh my God, this show. Oh, I
Mhm.
Well,
loved this show so much when I was a child.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
must
well,
watch it.
but that's the beauty of
Yeah.
Prodigy because it's not just for children. It's not
Yeah.
Absolutely.
geared
Yeah.
just for
Yeah.
children.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't have kids, so and I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Likewise.
Well, and Star
It's
Trek is doing something that most other franchises don't, which is catering to multiple groups of humans. So
Right.
it's like, hey, yeah. Keep
They
what you
originally
got.
said it was going to be a kids
Mhm.
show, but it's not at all. It's a family show. It's
Mm-mm.
just a show that it's a
Exactly.
Star Trek show
It's a
that's
Star Trek
good
show.
for all ages. We didn't know
Yeah.
they
Right.
were going to incorporate so much legacy Star Trek characters, right?
Absolutely.
So much legacy
Hmm.
Star Trek storytelling. They were going to bring it back to Starfleet
Yeah.
Academy.
Hmm.
Suddenly we're like, whoa, if you're not watching Prodigy, you're missing a huge piece of Star Trek happening right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I envision it as like season one. I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. It's everything. And then they are like, oh yeah, Chakotay. I just shove the child out of the way. I'm like, give me that.
It feels like it's
Hmm.
Family
like the
show.
biggest Star Trek show, as in like the most expansive and covering the most ground
Mm.
since the Dominion Wars of Deep Space Nine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Such a great like story arc overall.
It's
You know,
covering
it's really
so
Yeah.
many
cool. Yeah.
realms.
Because it's such good
Well,
writing. It's such like yeah, high stakes adventure, but it also just has that extra bit of accessibility for a slightly younger audience. Even really
Right.
like in the beginning, do you know what I mean? Like where the way that they set it up where you're kind of learning along with them, especially
yes.
Hmm.
like through the
Yeah.
those
You
first
start from
episodes.
square one.
Yeah.
And honestly, going into it, I remember thinking like, oh, is this going to be a little bit like spoon feedy in a, like in a way where it feels too like, I don't know, teachy.
Here's the
But
exposition. But
it
no.
wasn't.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like the
No.
way they did it was
Yeah.
so brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, and
yeah.
it's even if you're an adult just coming into the Star Trek universe, I think Prodigy is a great jumping off point
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
Hologram Janeway is such a great teacher, not
Hmm.
just to the kids on the Protostar,
Yeah.
but to us as an audience, young and
Hmm.
old alike. It makes the Star Trek universe a little bit more tangible.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Hmm.
dive into a 50 plus year franchise, not
Right.
knowing a thing, watch Prodigy and get what you need to know out of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That,
And
that's
it
pretty
doesn't
impressive. it doesn't baby talk. It doesn't make you feel dumb
No.
as a viewer.
Right.
Like they're
Totally.
like, hey, here's the scientific stuff. We're bringing you along with us. Like,
Yeah.
we aren't dumbing it down for
and
you.
they don't
You're
shy
gonna learn.
away.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking multiverse stuff in season 2. They're not shying away.
Absolutely. I mean, I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
in the in the first season, the episode with the time travel, like the time
Oh, Time
Like,
Amok. Yeah.
that yes,
Yeah.
Time Lock is one of the best like time travel stories in Star Trek history. And
Right.
a 7-year-old could watch it and understand it, or a 5-year-old. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like they did it in such a way that anybody can understand it.
I didn't
And
get
those
it.
episodes are
Yeah.
not.
It was confusing. It was confusing. It was
Hmm.
many words.
Thank you so much for watching this clip. You can find us every Friday night on Star Trek and Chill at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you then.